Hello and welcome to our international free webinar. Once again, I am Ms. Salma, core volunteer and head of campus ambassador in IGP. Hope that you all are well and thanks to all for joining with us in this wonderful evening. Now, before begin, let me remind you all about IGP Missions. Institute of Global Professionals is a non-profit institution to serve you all by training, webinar, and online courses. We organize our webinar training accessed by best trainer and speaker coaches from all over the world to create a best learning platform for you all. IGP mission is to empower people and enhance skill of today's generation. So let's start our program with IGP mantra. Feed your skill. Our today 84 webinar with honorable two speaker Dr. Ricardo and Gloria Lilly. Topic on teaches multigrade which is related with mathematics. Audience most demandable subject, I think. Today, our first speaker will represent his speech topic on differentiated instruction, and he is a master teacher one, honorary doctor degree from education. I would like to introduce our speaker, Dr. Ricardo, with this short video. So let's see.
Good evening, everyone. My utmost respect to fellow global educators, especially to the core group of Institute of Global Professionals, to share insights with regards to multigrade education. Thank you also to my Regional Education Program Supervisor, Dr. Nestor P. Nuesca, for tapping me in sharing my expertise in the multigrade education. I would like also to give thanks for the full support of my school's division superintendent, Sir Jesse Ferrer, and together with my PSDS, Dr. Mario Kimbao, for the full support in the multigrade education in our division. I am Ricardo S. Requito Jr., Head Teacher 1 of Bued Elementary School, SDO Cuyapo West Annex, SDO Nueva Ecija in Region 3. I graduated my doctorate degree at Pangasinan State University in the year 2019. I am also a DepEd scholar at the University of the Philippines. I am attending various write-ups in the national level in the development, refinement, and finalization of the different learning materials for our children, like the budget of work, the daily lesson plan, the multigrade integrated lesson plan, learners' activity sheets, monitoring and evaluation, and many more. I am also a regional and division pool of trainer in the region. I will be sharing with you tonight my lesson in the differentiated instruction. Come and have fun in learning the differentiated instruction with us tonight. God bless everyone.
Please give a warm welcome to Dr. Ricardo, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello, good evening everyone.
Is
It's
it
over
clear?
to you, sir. Yes, sir.
Um, yeah. I need to share my screen now. Share. will share my screen now. Yeah. Can you share my presentation now? Is it okay now, sir? Ma'am?
Sir, your audio is not clear.
Should I? Yeah. So,
Screen share. Your slide is not still in the flyer.
do I start now?
Sir, you have to share your
Alright,
screen.
so
Still
do I
not
need to
visible.
start now, ma'am?
Yeah,
So
you
good
have to
evening,
start now, but
everyone.
your slide is not
Most
is still
especially to
visible.
the founder of the Institute of Global Professionals, and uh, he is Mr. Kaushik Datta, and to our colleagues here, and to our moderator. Good evening. Is it here? How, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here, but before we have to start, and before that you have to present your screen, your PPT. So do share the PPT. Hello, Dr. Ricardo. Can you hear me? Hello. Maybe some technical problem. Mm. Hello, sir Ricardo. Can you hear me? Hello, sir Ricardo. Can you hear me?
Oh, hello. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
sir.
Can you
You have to share your screen.
still hear me?
No, I can see you. I can hear your voice, but I can see your
Now,
share.
can I
No,
share
I can
my
see your screen. Yeah, definitely,
screen
sir.
now?
Definitely.
Sir? Yes,
Share your screen now.
sir. Yeah. Okay. Can you share? But the button. Can you see my presentation,
No, I can see your presentation,
sir?
sir. I can see your presentation. I can see.
Kindly presentation
No, sir. I can't see your presentation.
button. I cannot
Yeah, click
click
on
the
share,
share
but
button.
yeah, click on share. Then again screen share.
Kindly, okay, okay. Yeah, can you see now my presentation, sir?
No, no, sir. I can't see your
Yeah.
presentation.
Oh my God. Can you do it? But I cannot. Oh my God.
Sir, you have to. What you have
Yeah.
to do? Click on share. Click on share. Then
I
again
don't know how to do this,
screen share.
but
Then again screen
go to.
share. Then click on your entire screen. Then at the right side, click on share.
Share screen. Alright. I
Then
cannot
your entire screen.
click the share button right the moment. Yeah. In my oh my god.
You can
Sir, see
see
my
thing.
now?
No, still not.
I am sharing. Oh my god.
So just follow my instruction.
OMG.
Just follow my instruction. Forget everything. Forget
So,
everything. Just follow my instruction. Just click on share, then screen share, then again screen
yes.
share, then your entire screen,
Yes.
and click on your entire screen. Tap. Then at the right side, click share. Yeah.
Yes.
Now wait. Now wait.
Yes. Uh, okay,
Yeah.
sir.
Now
Uh,
back to your Now back to
so,
your presentation.
working, working, sir.
It's working. It's working. But it's more problem from your side. It's maybe network issue. No problem about that.
Yes, sir.
Some other road also. It's because of
Um,
typhoon. Yeah. Now your slide is total visible. Just move to the next slide, please. Move to the next slide, please.
okay, like, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
na.
Okay. Okay. The
Yeah.
stage is yours now, so you may
So,
continue from your
the
presentation,
next
sir.
slide, sir. That,
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. It's
I just
visible.
want
It's everything clear.
to tell something that the teachers have always. All right, thank you so much. Sorry for the yeah, it's clear, sir. So for the technical glitch, Ricardo Riquito Jr. Philippines, I will discuss to you the grade. Have different of track attention to English language students in special education. Now, under the COVID-19 pandemic, there's a, shall we call it, classroom during this likely have learned some synchronous and or in this time here good handle on students' gaps unprecedented action in you've got assessment. Time to use the to differentiate instruction weekly or even days, no matter where you are in their learning goals. Registered, differentiated instruction is a full way to learning. Teach new material. The pick up that can for your classroom. So, back before that, how or differentiated actions is all. So, one time, the animals chosen of climb lions, small animals, all these subjects in school. So that is so schools are animals. Duck was good in swimming, better than his brother, and he passed grade practically. He kept this up. He was only average in swimming, but it is acceptable. So nobody worried about that. The duck. So the next student is the eagle. Eagle was considered a problem to build and was disciplined severely. He all the others to the top of the tree in climbing class, but he had used his own way of getting there, right? So that's the second student. The third student is the rabbit, right? The rabbit, the top of his class, but had nervous breakdown, and he had of school much big student of the school. Another the this squirrel in class, but his flat on the ground, top of the tree, three horses from all assertion. The thick of climbing in this line. So another student is the practical dog apprentice the authority refused to add the that uh, is that has students until that climb and fly was made valid. So the was one from the six. So what is the book story? So it tells us not everything to what they need. So students they themselves
Hello, sir.
different that they can rest.
Hello, sir.
So the moral of we will move to the
Hello, sir.
section. The sheet is
Hello, sir. Your
structured
voice is not clear. Your voice is not clear.
sheet. A lesson
Your voice is not, and
is
this is
a
the nice topic.
differentiated
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Glary, are you there? Sir Glary, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Can you, yeah, can you hear me? I think, Sir Ricardo, side Dr. Ricardo says a
here,
very
sir.
problem, and his audio is not good, sir. And lots of comments about that. Lots of comments
Yes,
about
I
that.
think so.
Yeah.
So at present, already we, I think, Sir Ricardo, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Your voice is breaking and your voice is not clear to the participants. So I have to stop you here, right? And I think I should back to the our next speaker, Gloria Lilly, and after
OMG.
that, I think I will be back again. But before Gloria Lilly, sir, you have to take control the program and share your slide. then you have to continue. And after your presentation, we have also a quiz competition. So you may continue. I'm sorry, Dr. Ricardo, your voice is breaking and your voice is not clear. I think poor connection from your side, and our participants get bored for that. Poor internet connection, uh, interesting topic, but poor internet connection. Lots of comments there. So I think after that I will be back again. Okay, now it's time to our next speaker, Gloria Lilly.
Hi there, I am teacher Gloria Lilly from Philippines. I finished my Master of Arts in Education, major in Special Education at University of St. LaSalle Bacolod City in the year 2010. I finished my Bachelor of Elementary Education at Republic Center Colleges in Angeles City with Music, Arts, and Physical Education as my specialization in the year 2000. I am teaching multigrade since 2007. Apparently, I was awarded as Outstanding Multigrade Teacher at division level in December 9, 2016 during our Education Week celebration. In in the same year, I was also awarded as Outstanding Teacher 3 at the district level. I was a scholar of Eduardo Coanco Foundation. I am a national writer, and currently I am an OIC school head in our school.
Thank you so much, sir. And now it's time to your presentation. So do the slide share, and hopefully you will get from support from your side. That almost we have 30 minutes left now. Total entire 90 minutes is yours. Yeah, it's okay. Sir Glary, you may continue, sir.
Yes, can you see my slide now?
Yeah, I can see, and
Okay.
everything is visible. Your voice and audio and video, everything visible. So you may continue. And again, I'm
Okay.
sorry,
Thank you
Dr.
so much.
Ricardo, for your poor connection.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon to all our listeners right now. Again, this is Gloria Halili. I'm multi-grade teacher for 14 years. And now I'm here today to share with you the one of the teaching strategies that we apply in teaching mathematics. The explicit teaching applied in mathematics the multi-grade way. By the way, multi-grade is teaching two or more grade levels in a single classroom. That means there are various learners with different ages, learning styles, talents, abilities, and background. This teaching strategy is highly recommended for primary grades because of its step-by-step procedures, and the teacher has a great support for the learner's achievement. These are the objectives for our session. At the end of the session, you will be able to define and describe explicit instruction, discuss the components of explicit instruction, cite ways on how explicit instructions can be applied in teaching mathematics. Who needs to learn mathematics? Let us identify the people who need to learn math. First is the doctor. Why? We all know the job of the doctor. He is giving correct prescription and right amount of medicines to administer to his patient. Otherwise, patient will not get well and worse, will die. Second, the driver can be taxi driver or bus driver. Here in the Philippines, we have jeepney drivers. The passengers directly give their fare to the driver. What if the driver doesn't know how to give exact exchange? Probably he will not only get the visit, nor the passengers will complain about inadequate change from his fare. Third, the farmer. He knows how many seedlings to plant in an hectare of field, how much fertilizer he will use, his expenses, and how much he will earn from his farming. All is computed. Next is the government official. He should know the number of people in the community, number of voters that he will get in the election, number of male and female, young and old, and the persons with disabilities. So he can manage his community very well. The other one is the carpenter. Of course, he should know how to use the measuring tools, otherwise, he will get mistaken cutting the wood. He cannot do his work perfectly. Another is the policeman. He should know the number of crimes occurred in a day, in a week, and in a month, the number of solved and unsolved cases, including pending cases. He knows the ballistics of the rifle, for instance, the strength of wind against bullet and the distance to be able to hit the target. And finally, the vendor. Same as the driver, she must give exact amount of exchange to his customers for the goods they bought. Otherwise, she will get bankrupt and her store will get closed as well. Therefore, everybody needs to learn mathematics. So the challenge, therefore, of teaching mathematics is on our hands. There is a saying, be proud you are a teacher. The future depends on you. How do you then teach your children in mathematics? This is our mathematics curriculum framework. It is seamless and a spiral progression. We have the content standards, competencies for every quarter, the strategies to be administered to be able to achieve the set goals to every lesson. Although countries may vary their curriculum framework, but I believe they have a common denominator when it comes in goals. This is to make every learner become a critical thinker and a problem solver. As you can see, the center of our curriculum framework are the two main goals. These are critical thinking and problem solving. These are skills that every learner must possess. This is the so-called 21st century skills. Again, the goals are critical thinking and problem solving. What is critical thinking? It is the intellectual discipline process of actively and skillfully conceptualizing, applying, analyzing, synthesizing, evaluating information from observation, experience, reflection, reasoning, and communication as a guide to belief and action. What is a critical thinker? The critical thinkers ask questions, gather relevant information, efficiently process information, reason logically on information, come to reliable conclusion. How to develop critical thinkers? Don't be a hinder to children's learning. Give them lots of references. Provide as many examples as you can. And let them manipulate mathematical tools and must have always the big ears to listen to them. Pay attention to the needs of every child because each of them is unique and they have diversity in nature. Problem solver. What is a problem solver? The problem solvers can define the problem clearly, can identify what are the possible causes of the problem, determine how and why did it happen, uh, can give what are the possible solutions, and make a decision. Provide them with basic foundation that they may create connections on their minds, because it is important to have a good foundation at the first stage of the child's education or learning. She must get the necessary requirements to nurture his or her mind towards critical thinker. How how do you teach mathematics? Can you give some strategies or methods or approach that you can use in teaching mathematics? So let's have first is Singaporean Math. Are you familiar with this? Singaporean Math, the program uses a three-step learning model, moving from concrete, such as showing something using manipulatives, to the pictorial, creating a visual representation on paper, to the abstract solving problems. This is from concrete to abstract. The next strategy or method is common method. The students learn by doing the worksheets independently without being taught. For example, when they are studying comfortably, students can do the work by themselves. They can get a 100% score. They enjoy their study and they can advance to the next worksheet without difficulty. The next one is deductive or lecture. As we all know, the lecture, the teacher just write the methods and how it solved the problems, and and the learners just copy the mathematics solution. Then the next one is deductive. This is from difficult to easy or from general to specific. Cooperative learning is a teaching strategy in which small teams, each with students of different levels or of ability, use a variety of learning activities to improve their understanding of a subject. The next one is Socratic Method. It involves a shared dialogue between teacher and students. The teacher leads by posing thought-provoking questions. The students actively engage by asking questions of their own. The discussion goes back and forth. This is the so-called question and answer portion. The next one is model method. Teacher will do when the learners will imitate. And the next one is inductive. This is the opposite of deductive method. It is the other way around from specific to general. Inquiry-based teaching approach that emphasizes students' questions, ideas, and observation. This form of learning enhances comprehension rather than memorizing facts and taking notes. Students are now encouraged to discuss ideas among with peers. Discovery, or this is the discovery approach. This encourages the students to learn the facts, develop the skills, and acquire the knowledge by actively working with the information gathered. Constructivism, are you familiar with this? Is based on the idea that learners actively construct or make their own knowledge and that reality is determined by their experiences as learners. Next is reflective thinking. This is a part of the critical thinking process referring specifically to the process of analyzing and making judgment about what has happened. The next is experiential learning. Probably you are using this in your classroom. is the process of learning through experience and is more narrowly defined as learning by doing. And finally, the teaching strategy that we will talk about this evening, this day, is the explicit instruction. Are you familiar with this explicit instruction? What is explicit instruction? Explicit instruction is another way of saying, can you identify the words? Okay, if you answer effective, meaningful, direct teaching, you are correct. So explicit instruction is another way of saying effective, meaningful, and direct teaching. It is a skill based, but students are active participants in the learning process. Explicit instruction is not just skill and drill. What are the skills? The skills in adding, estimating, solving, representing, and communicating. Teaching math for meaning. Now, this is a picture of Superman. When he teared down his clothes, uh, Superman teared down his clothes because there is someone in danger. His superpower reveals when needed. However, you cannot identify Superman when there is no danger. He's plainly human, he's hiding his superpowers. In explicit teaching, you don't make the students guess what the lesson is and why and how they should learn it. It is not like discovery and constructivism, because discovery approach encourages the students to learn the facts, develop the skills, and acquire the knowledge by actively working the information gathered. While constructivism is based on the idea that learners actively construct or make their own knowledge and that reality is determined by their experience as learners. What if the learner's lack of schema or what we call the prior knowledge? They will struggle in learning the lesson. You let them in on the big secret. At the start of the lesson, teacher must tell the purpose of learning the lesson and why it is important to learn the lesson. It is not inductive but deductive process. Why? Because the teacher have already been given the general view of the lesson at the beginning. What is explicit instruction? Is holistic. It's not just used to teach isolated facts and procedures, integrate smaller learning units into meaningful wholes, does not teach basic skills in isolation from meaningful context. Some educators have wrong notion on what education is about. We, the educators, are sometimes treating our pupils as baskets filling information, knowledge, formulas, but it's not the meaning of education. Education is derived from the Latin word educare, which means to lead or bring out. So bring out what is good in the child. Learner is compared to a seed. If we will describe a seed is a small embryonic plant enclosed in covering called the seed coat, usually with some stored food. The tree is in that seed. The seeds are the generations, are the new generations. The gardener, not to tell the seed how to be apple tree, but to provide proper conditions and proper care. It is a metaphor, right? Meaning, the gardener is the teacher. He must provide the needs of its learner, help the child to bring out the best of the child by facilitating the lesson well, make the environment conducive to learning, give them good atmosphere, Let them enjoy every lesson and manifest in them the eagerness that they are excited in learning a new lesson. What is explicit instruction? Is a sequence of supports. Explicit instruction has a series and sequence of support. Can you guess the components of explicit instruction? There are 6 components. Here are the 6 components of explicit instruction. First is setting the stage for learning. Next, explaining to students what to do. The third one is modeling for students. The fourth one is independent practice. Number 5, guided practice. And last is closure or assessment. Again, these are the 6 components of explicit instruction. Setting the stage for learning, explaining to students what to do, modeling for students, guided practice, independent practice, and closure or assessment. Let's have the first component, setting the stage for learning. This is the first step in applying explicit instruction. Do the children have background knowledge on the lesson? At this portion, you have to state the objective and the desired outcome, such as today we are going to learn fractions, for instance, and explain why do they need to learn it? Do they even care about the lesson? Does it help in their life? Could they use this in their everyday life? This is why the skill is important to develop, so they can do and apply their learnings in their daily life. This is what we call the lifelong learning. And do they know why they have to learn a particular skill? Make connection on the objective and purpose by integrating their first-hand information into the lesson. In lesson planning, this is the prerequisite concept and skills. The objectives were drawn from the curriculum competencies and share assessment tool. How will I know uh, you've learned it? So by using the assessment tool. And the next component is explain the student what to do. Choose language that is clear, precise, and pupil-friendly language. Make direct connections to previously learned material. Pre-teach any pertinent math skill. You can use MTB or mother tongue base. In the Philippines, we use Kapampangan, Ilocano, Tagalog, and more. Those are just few languages that I have mentioned. In fact, we have a lot of languages we use in the Philippines. I don't know yours, but it is highly suggested use the language wherein the learners understand the lesson better. You can do the drill activity and review and motivation. The next component is the third component, modeling this is the I do phase. This is the teacher phase or the teacher's activity. The teacher will model the procedures in computing a math problem. Show pupils how to achieve the objective. Demonstrate, use metacognitive strategies such as think aloud, orally model the thought process on a child mathematician. Limit language, speak clearly, make eye contact with students, check engagement. You can apply Singaporean Math in this portion. How? Use concrete objects that are available in their area. In this time of pandemic, use concrete objects that are available in their home. You show the ways how you compute or solve the mathematical sentences or math problem. In this case, you are presenting the lesson. Another, for modeling, teacher role modeling. Show how pupils will demonstrate proficiency. Provide and analyze examples of exemplary or non-exemplary pieces. Provide examples till they can figure out and master the method and technique. Show exemplar or previous pupils' work, the pupils' work that is considered as a pattern to be copied, and they can imitate the process. The fourth component is guided practice. This is what we call the we do phase. Practice has to parallel what you modeled, monitoring, walk around or listen for participation of pupils. Use various methods to assess mastery. Example, solving problems with different solutions. This time it is the teacher and learner space. Unlike in modeling, the pupils are just observers. This time teacher and pupils work together. Teachers allow the pupils to solve the math problems with his support. They will put into practice of what they have observed. The teacher is monitoring the learners doing the given math activity. He can walk around and listen for participation of pupils. Another for guided practice we do, a teacher can check working out or working or not working strategy. So guided practice has also a discussion. Additional discussion instruction may be needed when teacher observes poor student comprehension. Extra practice. Once the teacher has provided additional instruction, she or should also provide time for additional guided practice. If there are some pupils who can follow the process, give additional. Ask the pupils to do what you do. In this instance, the time this is the time of performing the activity, processing the activity, and summarizing the lesson. Another component, still in guided practice, teacher will do the corrective feedback. It is important to check if the learners have followed the steps. In this instance, the correct answer is because show the correct answer. And how did you get it? Provide correct answer. My turn. This is the turn of the teacher. Model the correct response skill again. And pupils practice again. This is your turn or pupils' turn. Pupils provide answer. Practice skill again, following the teacher's correction. And the fifth component is what we call the independent practice, the you do phase. This is applying to a new activity and other math problem situations and provide pupils with time to practice independently. The practice should parallel the skill model, circulate to monitor individually, assist pupils, peer or group activity. And finally, for last but not the least, the number 6 or component 6 is closure or assessment. The students in a multi-grade classroom do not learn in the same way. The students who have different learning styles typically have different methods of demonstrating what they have learned. The use of variety of assessment approaches is needed to allow students to demonstrate what they have learned. To gain the most valuable evidence from assessments, The teacher needs to follow, to know how to choose the most suitable assessment strategy for each situation and how to make the assessment tool as effective as possible. A poorly chosen or poorly developed assessment will fail to provide useful evidence about the learner's learning. It could even provide misleading information. Only with good, properly chosen, developed assessments will teacher gather evidence of what their pupils have learned. In our lesson plan, this is the what we call evaluation portion. This time, the teacher must check if the objective or objectives of the lesson were attained. Provide them assessment materials. The teacher can use variety of assessment, can be traditional assessments, which is the paper and pencil test, or non-traditional assessments, which is for students' performance. The main role of the teacher is to make sure that their students learn. The main purpose of an assessment is to make sure that learning is happening. Teachers need to know what their students know and can do concerning the K 12 basic education curriculum. There is a wide range of assessment strategies and tools that teachers can use, which are all suitable in both multigrade and monograde classes. This is assessment, and you can use rubrics if you are testing or assessing the performance of your learner. You can use rubrics. Another, this scaffolding learning theory pattern is another way of showing explicit instruction. The red box represents the teacher's responsibility. As you can see on the screen, on the other hand, yellow box represent the pupil's responsibility. The first three red boxes, this is the teacher's turn. The teacher is explaining the lesson. The second group of boxes, the teacher do the modeling with a little activity of learners. While the third is a guided practice. The learners are working or doing their activity with the support and guidance of the teacher. Finally, the fourth one is purely pupils' activity. These are the independent practice and application. You have to give them new activity or another mathematical problem in this portion. Okay, again, scaffolding learning. The first, teacher explanation. Second, teacher modeling. Five, guided practice. Three, sorry, rather, number three, guided practice. And four, independent practice. And fifth is application. Again, let us recall and memorize the six components of explicit instruction. Setting the stage for learning, explaining to students what to do, modeling for students, guided practice, independent practice, and closure or assessment. With that, this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for joining me today and for your attentive listening on our session. And now let's have a 10-item quiz. Just click the link that I will post in the chat box. Three participants who got higher score will receive and will receive an award from IGP. Again, thank you.
Yes, sir. Hello.
I will just post the link in the comment box.
You can slide share again, then and show the code in the screen. Then participant can join easily. More than link share.
I see. Okay, wait. I'll get the link. By the way, do you have any question about the presentation?
After quiz, then we'll go back to the Q&A. But before Q&A, we have to um, start quiz competition
Okay.
first.
Okay. Wait. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, the link is too long. Can I share in the comment box?
Sir,
Can I
just
share it in the comment box?
you can share, but what you have to do that first of all, slide share, then you can check, you can show the participants into direct your screen. So that's the easy way. We already did that. That's the same way. Because quiz competition in Kahoot, right?
Okay. Wait. History Kahoot. Okay, I share it. Can you see it? How can I copy this link?
So show the code, joining code. You don't need to copy anything. Just show the code, then participant can join directly.
I see. Can you see my cursor?
I can see your screen, but here is the option share this Kahoot with. So you don't need to share anything. You
Okay.
just open your quiz, and on that time, just one code will appear. So participant can join through that code.
Play. Just click the play. Can you see it?
Yeah,
I will click assign or teach.
teach, teach. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. Just to click on play.
it's loading.
Mhm.
So here it is. What shall I click now?
Play.
Play.
Hmm.
Classic or team mode? Classic.
Classic.
Okay.
But I can't see anything here.
The game is loading now. That's it.
Still not.
How about the participants? Can you see? Ah, it's not working.
I'm not able
Yes.
to see. Then how can participant can see?
Wait. I will stop sharing first.
Hmm.
Then share again.
Oh yeah, share again.
I not this one.
What's happening with it?
Finishing now.
Yeah. Now is it okay? Now is it okay? Okay, just wait for some time to join the participant, and let's hold for 5 to 6 minutes to join. Dear participants,
Okay.
Mr. Ake Odhikari, today is not a bad day. Actually, it's some problem from our internet connection. Nothing more. It's technical issue. So today is not bad day. You can join through the pin. So join now. We'll wait for 5 minutes more. So no problem. In between 5 minutes, you can join.
We have 29, 32.
Begum, Mahfuza Begum, you can join directly through, just you have to go in Google and click, browse them Kahoot, 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 then you can join directly with the code. You don't need to have download anything. You don't need any link for quiz. You can join directly. Everyone can join directly. It's link is not required. Already 61 connected. 71 already. Code please 5357154. That's code. Please, how
We
to
can
join
have
quiz?
we can have up to 100 participants.
Yeah, so lots of participants already asked for that, but I think they don't know how to join. Dear
Yes.
participants, those who are facing some problem in joining, I just
Add more.
guide you a simple way.
Two more.
Open your Google browser or Chrome, anything. Open your browser, browse Kahoot, Kahoot, write Kahoot, then enter and then browse. After that, you can find a option code. So drop the code 5357154. We have participants from France also. And yeah, Marisol, it's not started yet already. I am in ha 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 ha. Hauser play Kahoot. I already suggest or guide how to join. Still lots of participants ask that how to join. One participant from Thailand, Ruben Dalos Santos. Charlie, how to join? Already guided how to join. Open your browser, any browser, just write Kahoot, Kahoot, and browse. And you can find the option pin, then the pin 5357154. Joined already, joined. God bless everyone. Philippines. I am in. Thanks. Kaushalya.
One from Pakistan.
Joined from Pakistan. Advocate Abdul Rashid. IGP Tunisia. Fatih Haddad. I mean, how to join? Open your browser. Yeah, Mary, open your browser. Joined already. Need to join the course. It's not important that you. It's not essential to join the quiz. It's based on you. If you join, if you win, then I will honor a certificate for you. Dr. Elias joined from Bangladesh. Mindanao. Yeah, yeah, Palma. There's a procedure. Search Kahoot on Google Chrome, then play, then key in the code. Connection, please. Sorry, it's already 150. I think we should start the quiz, or allow some time for.
Okay, I will click the start now.
Okay,
Are
just
you
start.
ready? Okay. Next. Explicit instruction is skill-based, but students are inactive participants in the learning process. The answer is false. Next. Sonia is in the first rank for our second question. For the next question, let us see. It is true or false again. Explicit instruction is not inductive, but deductive process. True or false? Two, 1, 0. Okay, the answer is true. Next one. Oh, Celsius Watchon is in the first rank now. For the next question. The explicit instruction does not teach basic skills in isolation from meaningful context. True or false? The answer is true. Next. Jasa is in the first now. Number 5, explicit instructions blank is not just used to teach isolated facts and procedures. Okay, the answer is holistic. Explicit instruction is holistic. Next. Oh, JJ is in the first rank now. For the next question number 6, it is the one of the components that is showing to the pupils how to achieve the objective. Okay, the correct answer is modeling, the I-do phase. Next, Amiel Yambao is in the first in the list now. Okay, next question. Question number 7. In the guided practice, additional discussion instruction may be needed when teacher observes poor student comprehension. True or false? The answer is true. Next, Antoinette is first. True or false? Students in a multigrade classroom learn in the same way. The answer is false. Jasa is number 1. Number 9 question. It is a kind of assessment to check students' performance. The answer is non-traditional assessment. JJ got 5,079 points. And for last one, scaffolding is a process in which teachers model how to solve a problem and then step back, offering support as needed. True or false? Okay. Explicit instruction, 10-item test. JMB, the third one, JASA, second place, and the first place is none other than JJ. 7 out of 10. Jasa 6 out of 10. And Jambi
Oh, congratulations,
7
Jazzy,
out of
Jasa,
10.
and Jamvi, both first, second, and third. It's a request. It's a request. Take a screenshot of your result. Take a screenshot and back to our page inbox of within short time. So we can issue your certificates. Okay, those who are first, second, and third, please contact in our page inbox. Then we can issue your certificate as early as possible. So it's a request.
Okay, shall I stop the share screen now?
Yeah, you can stop now. I think we should back to the. If Dr. Ricardo here, then we can move forward to the. Hello, Dr. Ricardo, are you there? Hello, Dr. Ricardo,
Yeah.
are you there?
Hello,
Are you
hello.
there?
Good evening. Sorry for the. Yeah, yes.
Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Yeah, sir. Actually, it's still from your side. It's a network problem. Still
Can't
your
you hear
side.
me, sir?
Sir, I think we should go for Q&A section. We just combine into Q&A. What do you think?
Hindi ko naintindihan.
Still network problem from your side, sir.
For some yeah.
Janet, the sound is feedbacking, sir. Yeah. Okay, sir. I think. Hello, Sir Glary, are you there?
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
here.
Same,
Thank you
same
for
problem. Same
uh,
problem from Dr. Ricardo at first, at earlier stage. So we move for the Q&A. Or if you allow, then we move for the
thank
Q&A.
you
If
for
not, then
the
we
participants
stop the
who joined.
program.
Yes, okay. Congratulations to those who winners. And do you have any question regarding the presentation that I have presented to you? And you can use your takeouts to your classroom in teaching your children.
Some question on your screen.
Question is explicit instruction is better than inductive questioning. Explicit instruction is used for primary grades. This is very effective and highly recommended for primary levels. And inductive is for intermediate or for high school. Because it's inductive, you are creating the theory. Unlike in the deductive method, there is the general view. Explicit instruction is a step-by-step procedure and guided by the teacher is guiding the learners. Did I answer your question? What is the most efficient way to teach the pupils in time of pandemic? Uh, you can use you can use differentiated instruction because since you are using internet or multimedia, even social media, and you can reach out your children individually, and you can use explicit instruction with differentiated instruction. With when it comes in activities, use differentiated instruction. Good evening, sir. I just want to ask how we can apply explicit methods in today's new normal. So you can apply explicit instruction individually by through online class. Of course, in this time of pandemic, we can do face to face. So all our means for teaching our learners is online class. In explicit instruction, you use materials uh, that can found in their homes. Concrete materials. Sir, good evening. Can you advise us, educators, how to facilitate explicit learning instruction even though it's pandemic? In remote area, you cannot do face to face. In this time, at this moment of time, we can just use online class. However, you can use explicit instruction learning through online class. Uh, if uh, if not online, use modular module. In our district, we are using modular, and our modules are crafted uh, embedded the explicit instruction. In our module is a step-by-step procedure wherein the learners do the worksheet. Yes? Any more question? Did I satisfy your question? Did I satisfy you from my question? Or do you have any addition
I think
with regards of our session today? You can chat your additional discussion. You can put in the comment box so we can address.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening and entertaining
I'm
presentation
so
on
sorry
numeracy.
for
Sir, some internet connection issue from
yes.
your side also. So no problem. Actually, it's time to say uh, we have to stop here. Hello, can you hear me, sir, clearly?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, Salma, please continue.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your enlightening and entertainment presentation on numeracy, explicit teaching on multigrade. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
And
Thank you
and
for this opportunity.
especially we enjoy the competition and congratulations to the winners. Dear audience, I hope this webinar will be helpful in your education or professional life because today's webinar is so informative. I would love to thank you for attending today's sessions. Please leave a review on our page if you learned something or we help you a little bit. Please spread the information with your friends and we hope to see you all again in next webinar. Thank you so much. Stay happy, stay safe.
Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed this evening.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Ricardo. Also, he's with us, but his internet connection is too poor, so that we can't connect together. But sir, last is not the least. So, Dr. Ricardo will join with you again with another session. No problem. Hope we'll arrange another session with you. Before that, those who are wants the certificate, it's a simple way. Just you have to browse www.eduigp.com and you can find the today's topic, teaching math multigrade. Then just click on the program, and if you are new, then you have to create an account. If you have an account, then you can log in directly. And one more announcement is that today is some internet technical problem from our side also, from trainer side also. So we are cordially sorry for total inconvenience. We are extremely sorry. We are extremely sorry for that, and we will definitely establish our total procedure into next time. So allow us consider is a technical problem, not in our side. What do you think, sir? Is that okay? Sir Glary and Sir Ricardo.
Yes, thank you, and I'm sorry for Sir Ricardo for her
Yeah,
weak
our
internet
Sir Ricardo
connection.
also here. Most of the participants are experiencing poor internet connection. Yes, sir, actually that's true. Based in Philippines and in Bangladesh also, it's a technical issue right now. Because if in Philippines we saw that in Lost of Port that typhoon is the reason, and in Bangladesh it's extremely in
Yeah,
already
there is a
cloudy.
typhoon.
So maybe this is the reason. So no problem. We will definitely arrange some another session with fruitfully. But for today, participants, we are extremely sorry for that.
All right.
Our next webinar will
Really
be
thank
held
you
on
for the
21st April,
for inviting us, sir.
trigonometry and algebra. At the same time, 6 to 8 p.m. Bangladesh time, 8 to 10 p.m. Philippine time, 5:30 to 7:30 Indian time, 5 to 7 p.m. Pakistan time. Those who are asking for the certificate, our two of the customer service representative,
Congratulations.
team IGP, Janet Kablau and Calvin, they're always ready to support you. So join with them. And already I shared certification link with you in comment section, and I pinned the certification link also. Lots of participants are trying to draw their certificate at the same time, so in between time I think some problem for all, because lots of gathering, right? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, dear audience. See you again in the next session. Thank you so much, and sorry for today's program. Sorry for today's technical issue, everything. And again, thank you so much, Sir Glary and Sir Ricardo, for your time and for your beautiful presentation. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, sir.